Cantabria?
No. Before that is Juan. Juan Antonio.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the correct pronunciation. Yeah, right?
This sounds like a Hollywood rock star's name, Juan Antonio here.
Yeah, he is. He is a rock star.
Very good. Juan Antonio.
Juan.
Yeah. So Sierra Cantabria, Rioja. Gracias.
Before you remember what you learned today, okay? I've been to this winery. And I met the owner 3-4 times, at different times. And the first time when I went there, I told one of the partners, I said, look, I feel there's too much of alcohol in the wine, you know, but it's 14.5%, and I'm talking 8-9 years ago. And so the gentleman says, yeah, but you know, it's a natural alcohol, what can we do then? I said, well, you know, you should probably start thinking of buying vineyards at a higher altitude or something, because climate change and the global warming is happening. 4 years, 5 years later, I met the same gentleman, and he came to me. He said, Subhash, you were right, and now we are buying vineyards at height. So the point being that Rioja will tell you that the height of vineyard is very important because of the temperature. Cool weather or hot weather makes a lot of difference. Maybe she can tell you something about that.
So Rioja, like he mentioned, comes from a continental climate. That means it gets extremely hot in the summers and extremely cool in the winters. Hence the whole robustness of this wine, you can feel that, you know, and how I feel about this wine is like in its youth. It wants to prove its power. You know how we all are in our youth. We just want to prove our power. Because I'm still in my 20s.
Same here. You have 2 of us.
And the grape is Tempranillo. Yeah. So in Spanish, double L is year. So that's why it's Tempranillo. The vintage is 2012. Excellent wine and great that we have right now.
Very good.
The wine is, you know how they say the wine is very juicy, it's chewy, you know, and it gives a long finish. So finish is something that, you know, once you had your wine and then about 5 to 10 minutes the wine is still lingering on your mind. It's there, it's just beautiful. It's not like you had it, it's not like water at all. You had it and it's gone. I want you to just sip it and answer what is the question.
Juan, what is your idea of wine? What do you say?
Is that a crianza? Is it crianza?
It's crianza. Yeah, I think it's crianza. But it's an assurance. Okay. It's better than crianza. It's somewhere near reserve, but they don't age in reserve for 3 years. I think it's done about 2 years. So it's a special 100% Tempranillo. In Rioja you have Pinard also, and there's another grape called Daciano. That is limited. But they use very small quantity of that. Although I know some producers, once you know some people, they use 100% Daciano also. Tempranillo, I should tell you, maybe you can tell me the Indian context. Can you tell them the Indian context?
Tempranillo, temprano in Spanish means early harvest. So this wine or this particular grape is the winemaker's best friend, because it's not very snobbish. It's not like, you know how women are, a lot of nakras and all. It just needs some warm climate and it grows really well. The winemaker does not have to put a lot of stress or a lot of tension to it. It is a winemaker's good friend. Considering how Rioja, the climate is, Nasik also makes some really nice Tempranillos because we've got hot climate there as well. The sand is clayey. At Rioja, the sand is clay, so it gives you that nice robustness to the wine. and I just can't stop drinking. It's quite
In
cheap.
fact, it's very interesting because I've been promoting Tempranillo concept with the Indian producers for the last 5 years, and only because it goes so well. I think, is anybody who does not like the flavor of this wine? Yeah, because chin lagi hai. Anybody? Be honest about it, yeah. Because I believe it goes very well with Indian palate, with our food also. So I've been telling them, and so Charosa came out with the beautiful Tempranillo. Now, of course, Grover came out with Tempranillo and Shiraz. That Shen is a combination of that. But Sula has been now experimenting for the last 3 years, and they are. My prediction, I mean, I can't guarantee, obviously, I'm nobody, but I think Tempranillo is going to be a very popular grape in India in the next 5 to 10 years. So I think it is getting more and more popular, and they were having some difficulty in the greening of the grape, and so they have tried to overcome it, and I think they have sorted out generally. And after Charosa came out with the beautiful wine, everybody had, started, okay, we can do it. So I think you will see Tempranillo a lot more.
And Charosa is excellent.
It's about the best. Yeah. Next wine. The last wine, he'll tell you.
So the last wine comes from the right bank of the region called Bordeaux. The name of the wine is Chateau Gondrion. Saint-Emilion is the region in Bordeaux, and it's a Grand Cru. 2010 is the vintage. Prominent grape. So the prominent grape, when a wine comes from the right side of the bank of the river called Gironde, the prominent grape is Merlot. And this wine comes from the right hand side of the bank from the region called Saint-Emilion or Saint-Emilion. And it's a beautiful wine when we taste it. It's got those classic taste of Merlot being jammy. The tannins are smooth. The whole body of the wine is very delicate yet robust. It's not as, as loud as this wine is. It's a complete evolution. We grow up, we're young, we just want to brew everything, so this is that wine. The next wine is something which is like mature. It knows that I've seen the world knows me, I don't need to be loud about anything in life. So that's how that wine is, and it's again a beautiful wine.
Also, I think it has some Cabernet Franc also.
Absolutely.
Cabernet Franc gives a little extra aromas to it, and makes it a little more interesting, and slightly spicy also. And
Gives that masculinity to the wine.
Yeah.
So Merlot gives the whole entire finish to the wine, and Cabernet Franc gives the masculinity to the wine. And I hope you all enjoy.
Saint-Emilion, like you left bank, you have first growth, second growth, third growth, like that. In Saint-Emilion, you have what they call Grand Cru. Grand Cru A and B classes, but this is obviously B classes. A is only 4. So they are every 10 years or so they redefine the chateau based on the performance, based on the wine. So this is from a Grand Cru classic wine that we have.
10 years. It takes you 10 years to become, if the body feels that you're capable enough to become a Grand Cru or not. So 10 years is a long time for you to just prepare.
Any question, ask her. Or take a phone number, you can call her, she'll give you that.